3, 2, 1, let's do this. Okay, today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin stock to flow ratio. Okay, before we go there, we always compare Bitcoin with gold. We call it digital gold. So I just want to, before we go into the stock to flow ratio, I will be comparing it a lot with gold, as gold has got the highest stock to flow ratio of any commodity out there. So first, before we go there, let's just look at some of the properties of Bitcoin and gold, just to do the comparison before we go to the stock to flow. All right. Um, Verifiable. Bitcoin, hi, you can verify it. It's an open source. Gold, can you verify it? Can you verify if we have what we say we have? Moderately. Fungible, for Bitcoin is high. Bitcoin will be one Bitcoin wherever in the world is equal to one Bitcoin wherever in the world. Same with the gold. An ounce of gold here is an ounce of gold in China, anywhere in the world. Portable, Bitcoin easy. You can simply carry it around the world. You can even carry $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in your head. So easily portable. Gold, definitely not. You cannot go around carry bars of gold. Durable, uh, Bitcoin moderate. You can lose it if you don't look after it. Gold, yes, definitely. Divisible, Bitcoin obviously high. Gold, it's not easy to be cutting down the bar of gold to have smaller, to have a gram, half a gram. Scarce, Bitcoin, very high. Only 21 million will ever be produced. Gold, moderate. We don't know what is underground. We don't know what is there on the other planets. So tomorrow somebody might discover a lot of gold. Every day, every year, new mines are being discovered of gold. Um, Whereas in Bitcoin, we know exactly how much is going to be produced per day, per year, all the way until the end. Okay, established history. Bitcoin, no, only 10 years old. Gold, definitely many, many thousand years. Censorship resistant. Bitcoin high, nobody can censor it. Gold, um, quite moderate. If you you want to move around with your Bitcoin, it's not easy. You might not be able to move it with it to some countries. Okay, unforgeable costliness. It's high, both you to mine Bitcoin. It costs more or less the same price to buy it. So it's not cheap. It's not easy to forge it. To forge it, you have to pay. Same as gold. You cannot just decide to mine gold. You have to put some capital down to mine gold, to start the mine and the whole process. Openly programmable, Bitcoin definitely high, gold low. Decentralized, Bitcoin high, gold moderate. All right, so now that we have spoken about similarities and we have compared Bitcoin and gold, let's go and compare stock to flow ratio. Now, what is stock to flow ratio? Okay, a stock to flow ratio of a commodity is the amount of the asset that is held in reserves. So it's amount of assets or commodity that is available divided by how much is made annually. So for instance, it is estimated that we have about, let's just open this, we have about 190,000 tons of gold that have ever been mined. And then currently about 2,900 is produced per day. So the stock to flow will be 190,000 divided by 2,900, which is annual production of gold, and that gives us 66. Oopsie. Let's just undo that. All right, and that's give us 66. So stock to flow ratio, basically, the higher the stock to flow ratio, the higher is the scarcity of the commodity. So basically, what this number is saying is, if we were to produce 190,000 tons of gold, it will take us 66 years. Okay, so the commodities with high stock to flow ratio is mostly used for store of value. Let's look at some of the commodities out there. Gold, we just calculated that is about 66. Silver around 20. Crude oil very low. Copper very low. Corn low. Wheat low. So gold by far has got the highest stock to flow ratio. It means it's the most scarce commodity. So let's go back and look at Bitcoin. We currently we have 17,959,950 Bitcoins in circulation as we speak now. Okay, and currently the annual production of Bitcoin, we all know, every 10 minutes 12.5 Bitcoin is made. It means in an hour you will have 75 Bitcoins, which means in a day you will have 1,800 Bitcoins, which means in a year 657,000 Bitcoins are mined currently. Remember, every 4 years or every 210,000 blocks, Bitcoin emission halves. So about every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoins that are produced will go down by 50%. So in January 2009, it was 50. And then it halved in 2016 to 12.5. It's going to halve in 2020 to 6.25. 2025, 3.75. All right. So currently, 657,000 Bitcoins are produced. So the stock to flow ratio will be 17,959,950 divided by 657,000, which gives us 27. So basically, just like gold, it will take 27 years to produce the same number of Bitcoins that we have today in today's term. Okay, so now let's go and look after halving that's going to happen somewhere next year, mid-May. Okay, by mid-May, we are now left with how many blocks? About 33,202 blocks are left before the halving. It means we have 415 and 25 Bitcoin to be made until the next halving. So by the next halving, we're going to have how many Bitcoins? We're going to have 18,375,000 bitcoins. No, not here. 18,375,000 bitcoins. Okay, so what will be the annual emission of Bitcoin by the next halving? After the next halving or halvening, we are going, currently it's 1,800 bitcoins a day. Okay, we can start by 12.5 per hour, 12.5 per 10 minutes every block. It means per hour you're going to have 75. Per day you are going to have 1,800. So after the next halving, you are going to have 900 per day, which means we are going to have 328,500 per year. 328,500. All right. So now the stock to flow ratio after the next halving, it's going to 56. Okay, let's go to the next one. After 2025, another halving will happen. So we are going to have, by then we are going to add, for 4 years, we are going to have 1,312,500 Bitcoin produced. 210,000 blocks multiplied by 6.25. So it's going to be 1,312,500 plus this 18 million up here. So we are going to end with 19,687,500. It's supposed to be down here. 7,500. Okay, what will be the annual emission then? Annual emission, we can just divide this one by 2, which should give us 164,250. All right, so by 2025, after another halving, the stock to flow ratio of Bitcoin will be 120. That's big. Okay, let's go and look at gold. Gold, we are in September now. By the time of halving next year of Bitcoin, around May, let's say we have got 190 thousand tons plus how many months left? About 8 months multiplied by 2175. Just for instance, 2175 will be mined until the next halving. So 190,000 plus 2175 give us 192,175. Okay, so that will be the amount of gold that we will have by May 2020. Still, we stick to the same. Let's assume there won't be more gold produced. The production of gold will remain the same, about 2,900. Okay, so it will still be 66 stock to flow ratio. Okay, then let's go to the following year. So we just need to add 192,175 tons plus another 2,900. So gonna give us 203,775. Okay, we'll keep the annual production the same. We still assume again that nothing new, no more than what is currently being produced. Okay, then it goes up to 70. So it means by 2025, Bitcoin will be, the scarcity of Bitcoin will be the highest ever, way more than gold. It will be almost double the scarcity of gold, because who knows, maybe it will be 3,100 tons of gold that is being produced by then. Who knows? But we'll keep it on 2,900. So there it is. In the next halving, the Bitcoin stock to flow ratio will be 56 compared to 66 of gold. After that, another 4 years, 120 compared to 70 of gold, and that can also be less. So let's just go and look at this chart here. All right, in 2010, the stock to flow ratio of Bitcoin was 1.68, 2014, 10, okay, of silver was 22, okay, current, we talk about 27, we show that in that calculation. After 2020 halving, 56, gold, they're saying it's going to be 62. I didn't consider maybe new mines that are going to come into production or increase in gold production. That's why mine is still 66. And then by 2025, it's showing 121 there, more or less the same. I showed 120. So the picture is clear. Bitcoin is going to be the most scarce commodity on the planet. Okay, so just to recap, the stock to flow ratio, it compares what has been produced already and what is being produced per year. Okay, currently Bitcoin is about 27, gold is 66. After next year halving, Bitcoin is gonna be 56, 56. Gold around the same at 66. And then after another halving, a whopping 120 for Bitcoin and 70 or less for gold. Remember, Bitcoin, only 21 million coins will ever be produced. And then the emission is known, it's written on the protocol, and it will never change.